Greetings, YouTube cucks. This is the Salty Cat that hates you and everything you stand for. Now, I want to talk about my top 3 selections of what I would love to see by Arcsystem with the Unreal Engine 4, Guilty Gear Xrd style. 1.
Character Mel.
What would I love to see in gameplay? Brutal wrestling, make many references based on the wrestling moves from the manga panels, and make it a 2v2 tag team wrestling game. Like a combination of Guilty Gear style with Slam Master's mixed gameplay. I could already imagine the intense finishers with all the characters and dialogue as they perform them. And speaking of characters, I would say the roster should be at least total 30 playable wrestlers. For me, it would obviously be Himookim Man, Buffalo Man, Terry Man, Robin Mask, Ramen Man, Zebra, Wolfman, Sunshine, and Banky Man. I mean, you can't go without an amazing character like Banky Man. And for the final boss, should be Akuma Shogun. Make him like this heavy-hitting motherfucker and send your ass straight to hell. After Dragon Ball FighterZ success, why not give this a proper fighting game? So many have attempted this, but it doesn't really live up to a competitive game. The franchise is still ongoing in Japan, and it deserves it right now. And I mean now. And yes, I know what y'all weebs are all going to say.
Why not make a J-Stars fighting game that could have everybody?
Well, let me tell you something. Too much licensing, too much work to put in, and it's not simple to do. Do you really want them to pull a Blaze Blue Cross DLC tactic again? I sure don't. And whatever you're speaking on your mind as you're watching this video at the moment, save it for after the video. Till then, tell your mind to
shut the f*** up when grown folks is talking.
2.
Berserk.
Oh yeah, baby, you know what it is. Berserk, Berserk, Berserker. Okay, jokes aside, why a Berserk fighting game? Why bother? Just make an open world Dark Souls game, or need to shut the f*** up. I clearly don't see that happening in the next 50 years. Either some genius loyal fanbase makes it into the indie game, or keeps on dreaming. A fighting game of Berserk would be the best solution rather than a cash-grabbing Muso game that has no replay value and rushed development. Thank you for making it anyway, because now we have many of the models into SFM and XNA Laura. Anyway, the art direction would be like Guilty Gear Xrd with the style of Samurai Showdown 5, special gameplay. Each character would play differently, depending on what weapon they would wield and what fighting style. For example, Guts is a heavy swinging sword madman with strategy and several weapons he can use, such as his crossbow for distance, grenades for resets, and his cannon as a level 2 Supra. His level 1 would be a strong ass swing like he did in the Muso game, and his level 3 would be his Berserker armor transformation, giving him free mobility and speed to rush down his opponents for a comeback mechanic for a good minute. Like Soul Bad Guy's Dragon install from Guilty Gear XR. Should be sick, yo. Casca would be a rush-in and setup fighter, as she would mow you down with her high, mid, and low hard knockdowns, or jump-in grapple, and setting you up with the Hawk members like Yuta from Fist of North Star, and Captain Ginyu from Dragon Ball FighterZ. Hitman would be a charge-in, heavy-hitting, and armored tank like Colossus from Marvel vs. Capcom. Judah would be a keep-away with the daggers like Dio from the JoJo Capcom fighting game. Wrecker could set traps for resets, and Corcus can just be a human shield because he's worthless as always. Yeah. Her level 1 would be a rush down move slicing you up and ending you by thrusting her sword in your skull, or mouth. Her level 2 would be a huge line of Hawk members charging in with spears, causing good amount of damage and great for rush downs. And finally, her level 3 would be the whole team jump in you like they do in MVC 3. Ooh yeah, now Zod. Zod would be an interesting choice. Due to his size and being bloodthirsty for worthy warriors, he would be a strong-wielding sword user like he is in the Mango, and each swing he makes has armor like the Juggernaut from the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Again, he would also be a grappler like Potemkin, and cause heavy amounts of damage taking at least 40% your health away. You guys can come up with some good ideas for his level 1 and 2, but for now, I want to stay focused on Zod's level 3, which he would transform into his apostle form and ramming into you like a truck, and punches that are so powerful it would take away 50% your health away. And his ultimate grapple would be his backbreaker, like he did to Wild. Now for the roster, I would say they should have at least 10 characters playable. I would also like to see Skull Knight, Serpico, Shurikei, Mazgus, Grunbild, silent with the assistance of the Kushan, Irvin, Ganishka as the sub-boss, and Griffith and Femto as the final boss. The stages I really like to see in this game is the Battle of Doldry as a battle background, the Tower of Conviction where the fight takes place where Guts faces Mosgus in his apostle form, the Apostle World fighting on the God Hand as the members watch over you with the Eclipse in the background. Fuck! I can already see it happening! Make it happen, damn you! 3.
Senran Kagura.
Yeah, I like this franchise, bitch, and what? It's the best Musou game ever made in the world. And here's why. Content! It gives you an assload of options besides just being a repetitive hack and slash game like every other typical Musou. And that's released every year by pushing 2 buttons like a fucking moron. Senran Kagura solves all those problems with this unique gameplay. You can double jump, you can air dash, do air combos, parkour, and all its 34 characters have their own unique combat and specials. Did I not mention the great amount of modes you can select from? There's story mode, free mode, visual novel segments, multiplayer that includes up to 10 players that you can versus each other, team battle, capture the flag, 1v1, and so much more. So that's why I love this Musou franchise so much, because it's not focused on one particular thing. Oh, and let's not forget the customization and lootish finishes. Basically, all I want for this game to be is an actual competitive fighter. The visuals are there, it should be the obvious thing for Marvelous to make right now. It's already been a hack and slash, side-scroller, rhythm game, and recently a shooter, and a remake of Burst. If it was ever made by Arcsystem, the button mechanics should be exactly like Arcsystem's Dragon Ball FighterZ, with auto combos and put everything from Estival vs gameplay, such as its aerial wave that follows up with air combos with endless loop chains. Add the invincible wake-ups, and add the clothing damage to make your opponent's health and defense vulnerable. And if it wasn't good enough to be running on those amazing Guilty Gear XR graphics, still give it that Estival vs look, but make it a 2.5D fighting game so it will save you the trouble. Well, that's all I want from my top 3 selections. Leave your ideas in the comments and I will respond to them shortly when I get the chance. But one thing I'm sick of reading every time I watch Dragon Ball Fighter videos is, why don't they make a JoJo fighting game? Ahem. Well now, I got something to tell you. Go play JoJo All-Star Battle, you motherfucker!
If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. More Salty Cat videos are being made and much more on the way. Stay tuned.